Welcome to the Plug in India Electric Weekly Show. My name is Abhishek, and this is episode 2 of the show. It's time for Walk More. In this episode, we talk about Ather Energy and its efforts to expand pan India, along with many other interesting stories. We also have an audio version of this episode. It is available on Google Podcast, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. So subscribe and stay tuned. Okay, for our first news story, we're going to talk about Ather, the maker of the Ather 450X electric scooter. Ather raised $35 million in its Series D funding round recently. This was an extension of its Series C funding round, which occurred in July, in which it raised 84 crore rupees from Hero MotoCorp. To give you some more information, the new round of investment in Ather was led by the co-founder of Flipkart, Sachin Bansal, who added another $23 million to the company. This commitment from Mr. Bansal takes the total capital invested in Ather to $53 million. Other investors that have taken part in this round include Hero MotoCorp, which has invested $12 million. Ather's electric scooters, the 450X and the 450 Plus, will soon be on sale in multiple Indian cities, namely Pune, Ahmedabad, Bombay, Delhi, Coimbatore, Cochin, Calicut, and Calcutta. Ather Energy will be moving to a new manufacturing facility in Hosur, Tamil Nadu, which can manufacture 1 million vehicles per year. Ather Energy will use the money it has raised to accelerate its expansion plans and speed up deliveries of the Ather 450X. So, the success of the Ather 450X and the Ather 450 Plus is crucial for Ather. Investment is happening at a large scale at Ather. For example, Ather signed an MOU with the government of Tamil Nadu to build a manufacturing plant in Hosur. The area in which the factory will come up is 4 million square meters, and the amount of investment is a whopping 635 crore rupees. When we spoke to Tarun Mehta at the Ather Open House in Pune, he said that the company has a target of selling 30,000 Ather 450Xs per annum. We think that the number of units Ather manages to sell in financial year 21-22 will be crucial to Ather's future. The problem in India is that there are about 5 million scooters sold here annually. And all these scooters cost about 80,000 on average. The Ather, on the other hand, costs about 1,50,000, which is almost double. So at this price point, there are no reliable data figures that will allow us to make accurate estimations. Therefore, all forecasting that is made at this point is simply guesstimation. But if we were to make a forecast, we think that by April 2021, Ather will indeed be in 11 cities across India and will be selling about 4 to 5,000 units per month if they do well. But once the next financial year starts, the real challenge for Ather will be to convince millions of ICE scooter buyers to switch to electric scooters. How are they supposed to convince millions of ICE scooter buyers to ditch their oil habits and switch to electric two-wheelers? To achieve this target, Ather needs to think differently. Maybe they need to advertise more or invest in building cheaper models. We wish Ather all the best in this endeavor, and we hope that they keep pushing ICE vehicle manufacturers to build more electric two-wheelers. That is how important Ather is for the entire EV industry. Okay, moving on to the next news item. FICCI recently organized a virtual electric mobility news conference. Mr. Nitin Gadkari was presiding, and Mr. Chetan Maini and Dr. Pawan Goenka also attended. Okay, so here are some of the points that Mr. Nitin Gadkari raised. He said that the import of petrol and crude oil is a big problem for India. Another problem, he said, is air pollution. These are the two big concerns, and we need to find some solutions for them. Referring to the Paris Climate Agreement, he said that India has pledged to reduce its emissions by 25% and is on target to do so. He also said that India is a power surplus nation now, and electric mobility is perfect for India. 22 green express highways will be made, which will encourage more OEMs to create electric vehicles. EV adoption is widely being accepted all over the world. EV numbers will continue increasing and the cost will continue coming down. Gadkari requested all manufacturers to reduce the cost of electric vehicles. Without numbers, he said, you cannot have economic viability, and it is very important that you do so. In this regard, Mr. Gadkari spoke to Dr. Goenka from Mahindra and requested him to produce fewer diesel vehicles and more electric vehicles and more CNG vehicles. Finally, Mr. Gadkari said that the GST on EVs has been reduced to 5% from 12%. 20,000 EVs are being used by the government. The government is also looking to encourage the use of electric buses. Delhi, Jaipur, and Mumbai, Pune are good places for intercity electric buses. Finally, he said, we need India to become an EV manufacturing hub within 5 years. After this, Dr. Pavan Goenka took the stage. He pointed out that Mahindra Electric has made Bangalore as its headquarters. The Mahindra Trio three-wheeler, India's first lithium-ion based three-wheeler, was made in Bangalore. A 500 crore rupee investment has been made to build a global R&D center dedicated to electric mobility in Bangalore. Dr. Goenka praised the government of India and said that it has taken great steps to promote electric vehicles. It has lowered GST, it is offering FAME incentives, and many states are offering their own state incentives. The government has done its job, and now the onus is on OEMs and businesses to move to EVs. Dr. Goenka reiterated that Mahindra is committed to electric vehicles. It has already launched 5 EV products. Next, Mr. Chetan Maini spoke about the huge amount of first and last mile 2 and 3 wheelers in Indian cities. He said that every metro station should have EV charging. All e-commerce players have already announced that they will use EVs to make deliveries. States like Delhi have identified 250 locations where EVs, two-wheelers, three-wheelers, and cars can be charged, and these locations can become EV charging hubs. So overall, this was a very interesting interaction between the government and private players, and we hope to see more such interactions in the future. Okay, moving on to the next story. The Kerala government has procured 65 Tata Nexon SUVs from Tata Motors. These SUVs were procured as part of the government of Kerala's Motor Vehicle Department's Save Kerala program. To give you some more details, the Kerala MVD will lease the 65 Tata Nexon EVs for the period of 8 years from Energy Efficiency Services Limited through the Agency for New and Renewable Energy Research and Technology. In a ceremony held today, the first lot of the 45 Nexon EVs were delivered to the Kerala MVD in Trivandrum. The Tata Motors team were proud that the use of the Nexon EVs by the state MVD is a validation for the practicality of EVs in India. It is estimated that the use of these EVs will help curb approximately 650 tons of CO2 emissions and save on the cost of 2.2 lakh liters of diesel every year. Tata Motors states that there are currently 1,500 Nexon EVs on Indian roads. EESL is a joint venture by 4 public sector undertakings under the Power Ministry working to promote the adoption of EVs in India. They have purchased the Tata Nexon SUVs from Tata Motors and leased them to Kerala's MVD. These kinds of orders by government agencies like the Kerala MVD is huge for a company like Tata Motors and also for electric mobility in India. It will increase consumer confidence in India, which is a great thing. There are 1,500 Nexon EVs on Indian roads. So the Tata Nexon EV has a long way to go to catch up to its petrol counterpart, which has sold 5,000 units as of August 2020. However, this is just the beginning. As we see more and more government agencies adopting EVs, consumer confidence in these vehicles will grow, and we'll start seeing more and more of these vehicles on Indian roads. The online marketplace for used two-wheelers, ThreadR and Hero Electric recently announced a partnership where people can exchange their old petrol two-wheeler for a brand new electric two-wheeler. ThreadR will offer instant quotes on the used two-wheeler and will offer an upfront cost reduction on the new electric two-wheeler. To elaborate, customers will need to bring in their old petrol two-wheelers for a physical inspection and valuation at any Hero Electric showroom. The dealer will generate a quote using the ThreadR application. The documents will be verified by ThreadR and the petrol version of the two-wheeler will be inspected in order to complete the transaction. The exchange price will then be adjusted against the final cost of the Hero Electric two-wheeler. The scheme is available in Delhi NCR, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Bangalore, and Pune, but it will soon be expanded to other cities across India. This is what Mr. Sohinder Gill, the CEO of Hero Electric, said. As one of the leading EV brands in India, we are looking to enhance the accessibility and affordability of electric two-wheeler buyers. Mr. Gill said that after the lockdown ended, there has been a great deal of demand for electric scooters because they are affordable and reliable. We think this is a great offer because we know many people who have old petrol two-wheelers lying around and will want to exchange them for electric two-wheeler. However, we do feel that Hero Electric needs to market these schemes better. We found no information about this scheme on Hero Electric's own website or on Creda's website. We spoke to a Hero Electric dealer who is doing very well in Pune, and he said it's as simple as bringing in your old two-wheeler, having it valuated, and getting 5,000 rupees additional value on the old vehicle. All in all, this is a good offer for Hero Electric customers and dealers. Okay, moving on to the last news item of the week. Ather Energy, further to announcing the delivery of the Ather 450X starting in November 2020, has announced that it will set up charging infrastructure in the following cities: Ahmedabad, Pune, and Hyderabad. To elaborate, installation of the charging points has already begun across key hotspots in each city. As a part of phase 1, about 5 to 10 fast charging points will be installed before delivery of the Ather 450X begins this Diwali. Ather Energy will continue partnering with similar progressive hosts such as cafes, restaurants, tech parks, malls, and gyms, which can offer EV owners easy accessibility, curb range anxiety, and ease the adoption of electric vehicles in Pune, Ahmedabad, and Hyderabad. The Ather grid points can be used by all electric two-wheelers and electric four-wheelers, and this facility is being offered free of charge to everyone in 2020. The installation of the Ather grid will be followed in Delhi, Bombay, Cochin, Calcutta, Calicut, and Coimbatore. Ather Energy, in its accelerated expansion phase, is targeting setting up 150 charging points across the country by March 2021. We are very happy to see Ather expand into other cities at last. We are also happy that there are so many amazing businesses that are helping Ather in setting up a charging infrastructure. We also love the fact that the Ather charge grid can be used by all electric vehicles. Open charging is very important for the adoption of EVs in India, and on this point, Ather has delivered. All electric scooter enthusiasts in Pune, Ahmedabad, and Hyderabad will be able to enjoy the Ather Experience Center in a few months' time. So, it's finally time to turn on Warp Mode. Alright folks, with that we come to the end of the show. Do let us know what you think in the comments below. If you have any questions, feel free to write them in the comments as well. You can write to us at support@pluginindia.com. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We are self-owned and not a part of any large media organization. If you like our work, do consider becoming a Patreon or a YouTube channel member. This helps in paying our staff and also covering our bandwidth costs. You can also support the show for free by recommending it to your friends and family or by writing a review. Every little bit helps. Finally, do consider subscribing to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Spotify. Thank you for watching. Bye.